Boom. What's up, you guys? It's Royce Jacob, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about why the tech sector and AI stocks specifically are officially in a bubble, and why history tells us that there may still be time for investors to join in on the action. So, on top of reading over the CNBC Pro article on the subject, where Citi says investors should join the hype, of course, they explain why that is. I want to talk to you about a few of my favorite hype stocks to play this cycle. These are a few stocks that have made us over at Waves Cap a lot of gains, some pretty life-changing gains so far over the course of 2023. And I want to share them with you, okay? So, if you guys are part of Waves Capital, if you guys have been riding with us, please share your experience in the comments below. This past week was amazing. The past couple of months have been really, really awesome. And it's just so awesome, especially coming out of a year like 2022, to be experiencing the types of gains that we are now and really, really managing to pick out some of the greater winners in the entirety of the market. Okay. So again, if you guys are part of Waves Capital, please share your experience down below. So, those who are considering joining the team have someone else to trust aside from me. I'm extremely confident in my product. That's the reason I give a free trial for a week. Give it a shot, you guys. If you do want to join Waves Capital, it's the first link in the description. Try it free for 7 days. If you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe. If you just want to jump in, you can pay $15 a month or $40 for every 3 months. Completely up to you. But you guys, the past week was amazing. The past few months have been amazing. So far, 2023, I believe I can easily say the options portfolio is up well over 5x on the year. So let's keep the good times rolling, you guys. If you do want to ride the waves, if you want the complete breakdown of my entire personal portfolio, if you want the daily newsletters that I write every single trading day, this is just an example of those that I've written over the past 7 days, which I do upload on the course curriculum on Teachable as well, then that is going to be all part of this guy right here. So once again, give it a shot for a week. If you don't like it, you can always bail out. But I trust you'll be sticking around. And once again, if you're riding with me, I appreciate you. And, I appreciate your just your experiences in the comments as well. So that's that, you guys. Plug over. Let's jump into a few of my favorite stocks after we read over this article. Okay, so the tech sector is officially in a bubble, and Citi says investors should join the hype. It's time for investors to join the tech bubble, according to Citi. The Wall Street firms and tech stocks officially entered a bubble in May after their extraordinary run-up. The tech-heavy NASDAQ composite is nearly 38% higher this year. NVIDIA, the major beneficiary of generative artificial intelligence, is up more than 200% as interest grows around the trend. For some, the rally could mean the sector is due for a pullback, as a bubble means prices have reached an unsustainable level and can burst. However, Citi thinks the rally can go on for some time. Quote, "The tech sector has entered a bubble, but we believe there's still time to join the hype, not fade it," strategist Hannah Sheets wrote to clients Tuesday, following a review of 28 sector bubbles over the last 4 decades. So this is huge, and I love how she did this. I love how this article features the 28 sectors over the last 4 decades. The reason technical patterns work, the reason we've coined the 2-wave pattern over here at Waves Cap, is because history tends to repeat itself. Okay, and especially when you're talking about human psychology, which is really what that is the primary factor when it comes to bubbles, is the mania, is the psychology that comes into effect, is the emotion of humans, which thankfully for us, those who are aware of it, stays pretty constant over time. Okay, so even over the past 4 decades, yes, times have changed a lot. Yes, humans have far more access to information, but the nature of human psychology, our reptilian brain, hasn't changed that much, and we still want fast money. We still want to join in on the hype. That's part of human nature. Okay, so let's take a look at what happens, or the average of what happens, I should say, over these 28 sector bubbles. The Analyst So tech bubbles usually return 6.4% in addition to the market for the first 6 months after the signal flashes. In fact, tech shares enjoy their best gains 16 months after the signal flares. What's more, these bubbles last nearly 2 years on a median basis. The analyst said the signal could trigger some volatility in the near term. However, she emphasized a dip is a buying opportunity as the bubble could continue for much longer. At present, the strategist said the AI bubble is still meaningfully cheaper than the 2000 internet bubble, which is obviously great news for us and our pretty heavy exposure to AI. Okay, so the first 30 trading days after the original trigger point has been reached have historically presented a buying opportunity, as prices typically will pull back for a few weeks before moving higher, Sheets wrote. And honestly, that's kind of what's panning out with the first stock we're going to be covering, Pagaya Technologies. More on that once we finish this article. We've been on this one for a while, so celebration is in order too. Historically, a tech bubble will stay inflated for a median of 23 months before hitting our bubble exit condition. The median performance from signal to peak outperformance is 23.3% in excess of the market, reached after a median of 16 months for tech bubbles. Earnings growth for tech trends tends to rise after a bubble signal. Additionally, a bubble in any sector usually means the broader market also does well, the bank said. That's also good news, because obviously the entire market has been doing well over the course of 2023. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ are honestly on a trajectory to new all-time highs by the end of the year, and I think it's highly likely that they do for a multitude of macro and technical reasons. So this is looking good, you guys. Again, when the bulls are running, the bulls are really running. And again, there's always a bull market somewhere, but sometimes there are even more bullish markets within a bull market, and I think that's what AI is. So let's take a look at my 3 favorite stocks to play this hype. These aren't my 3 favorite stocks in general. Those of you who, once again, are part of the portfolio would know that based upon my position sizing and just the newsletters. But as far as tech goes, as far as artificial intelligence goes, these are my 3 favorites. Number 1, Pagaya Technologies. Okay, this is a fintech AI company. 2 is C3 AI Inc. I'm sure, pretty much all of you, if you're watching this video, hey, hopefully there's some of you who are new here. If you're unfamiliar with AI, C3 AI Inc. is an enterprise AI stock, which was really the first stock that caught a lot of traction in this AI hype wave that we've seen over the course of 2023. And over a waves cap, we were lucky to catch that one in December of 2022. And obviously that made us some life-changing gains, as I said in the beginning of the video. Lastly is Unity Software. This isn't technically an AI play, but this is I would say mid-cap. I believe they have a market cap of around $12 billion, maybe mid-teens at the time of recording, because they've done pretty well over the past couple of weeks. But Unity is a mid-cap stock. They are still in hyper-growth phase. They are focused around gaming and kind of just game development, but they recently announced an AI product, an AI marketplace for the gaming world, and that is potentially very, very huge. Okay, so those are my 3 favorites. We're not going to take a look at AI and Unity. I'll save that for the newsletter, whichever newsletter I write tomorrow morning. But I do want to take a look at Pagaya and talk a little bit just to validate what I've been saying and the gains that specifically Pagaya has made waves cap over the past couple of weeks is really amazing. Okay, so just first off, you can see this newsletter is the Price Targets newsletter that I write every trading day, following the Trade Alert newsletter. June 26th, we covered Pagaya Technologies in this one. Scroll down to Pagaya right here. So this was on June 26th. And keep in mind, I've been invested in Pagaya. I've been trading Pagaya since, for the past few months now. Definitely since at least April, May, I've had a call position on Pagaya. And honestly, this call options position that I've had, I'll just be completely transparent because I've sold so much of it. I'm sure you guys at Waves Cap wouldn't mind. It was a $2 August 18th contract. And at the time of recording, this contract has spiked over 600%. So it's over 5x'd, all right? This contract is over 5x'd. I'm sorry, up about 500%. It's like 5 to 6x. There we go. This contract at one point in time went to zero, you guys. This bounced around zero over the course of, like June. It was not looking good for us. But come late June, we saw this initial spike. I sent this one out on the day we saw that spike. It was just broke above $1.30 as I wrote this newsletter, and I expected $2 plus by the month of August. Pagaya has exceeded expectations, as you can see. Last week, Friday, July 21st, Pagaya reached a high of about $2.40. Love to see it. Those contracts exploded. Volume is looking amazing. And honestly, for something you guys can take away from this, I do think it's possible that Pagaya does see $3 by August is really likely. We have a busy week of earnings and Fed talk. At the week of, as far as the upload of this video is concerned, don't want to spend too much time on that because I want those of you who are watching later to still gain value from this. But I do think that by the month of August, over the next couple of weeks for sure, over the next month, in my mind, it's inevitable that Pagaya closes this massive gap range, the bottom of which is at $3. So I'll just zoom out here. It's crazy to look at this stuff sometimes, you guys. So let's get rid of that. But you guys can see here that Pagaya has a massive gap range. Sorry, this is some old stuff right here. Let's get rid of all this. Boop, boop. I guess this level might come into play too, so I'll keep that there. But you guys can see here, Pagaya had a massive gap range down on during September of 2022. So almost a year ago now. Pagaya gapped down huge from like $6.85 to $3. And if you guys have traded, I guess if you guys have been technically trading for a while, you would understand, or at least have experienced the significance and the fact that gap ranges do really come to fruition a lot of the time. So also, especially when you put into perspective that Pagaya was trading back in August of 2022, so just like under a year ago at $34, the idea that we can get to $3 is really not out of the ballpark at all, especially if this AI hype wave continues, which I do think it will. And I do think that if you guys catch Pagaya before $3, then it might be a good time to consider establishing a position or picking up some shares. I own plenty of common shares on Pagaya myself. I believe in this company for the long term. I think this has a very, very bright future ahead of it. Not only based on its technicals, but obviously I think this is a very promising business. When you look at their previous earnings calls and just quarterly metrics. So Pagaya right now is sitting in my number one seed. AI, I do think, is due for another wave, and Unity software is just looking appealing to me. I do think Unity can climb meaningfully higher over the coming month or two as these hype waves continue to roll in. And, if you guys agree or disagree, once again, let me know in the comments. Regardless, I want to know what your number one stock for the summer of 2023 is, or the remainder of 2023. If you could only hold one stock until 2024, what would it be? Once again, if you guys are riding the waves with me over at Waves Capital, please share your experience down below. It would really mean a lot if you did that. And, again, if you were thinking about joining, go check out what is hopefully a couple of testimonials at least. So I look forward to seeing you guys in Waves Capital. I look forward to, just riding this momentum, this extremely bullish momentum over the coming months with you guys. And I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, always remember, you guys, take action, make waves. Peace.